Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I got my wife here. I know y'all probably all know her, Prep the Truth. If you don't, go check her out on her channel. I'd love for you to subscribe over there. Y'all, explosive prices worldwide is causing chaos. Thefts through the roof, murders is up. I've been seeing all kind of news today. Even in our area, people's getting robbed, people's getting shot, they're getting stabbed to death. School stuff's going crazy as usual on that too. It's like a worldwide thing. But y'all, it's going to lead to one thing later on. It's going to lead to more or less crashing the whole economy. And it's coming later on. That's why we need to be preparing the best we can. You want to go ahead and talk a little bit about the situation that's going down?
Well, the situation that's going down is being set up to bring in more or less the digital dollar that I've already been talking about, where they can track everything that you're doing, so they know who's who on what, who's going along with the system, who's not going along with the system, what you're purchasing, what you're not purchasing, all because they want to be in control with this one world system. And that's their best way, is to spy on you more or less, to figure it out. So they've got to bring the economies down. And they can't do it overnight without making complete disaster and stuff. They got to do it over a period of time, especially as rich as this country has been. So they're slowly doing it with the inflation, with the gas prices, with the supply chain crisis, all this stuff that's going on. They're slowly bringing it in. And it's not just setting up in this country, though. It's, if everybody notices this time, that this crisis is happening around the world. It's not just happening. That's the key to this. This isn't just one of those situations where it's happening in this country only. This situation is happening around the globe.
Yes, you're right. And all the richest countries of the world, we're one of them. But they're going to make that thing of the past. They're breaking all the richer countries down, giving all this money to them, using every tactic they can on that, whatever excuse they can to go ahead and give the wealth of the nation down, raise the inflation up, kill the dollar. We know that. She's talking about that digital currency. And you was talking to me earlier and everything about testing it out and stuff. Where was that testing out going on?
They're fixing to do a simulated digital dollar test run, is what they're calling it. All the major bank corporations are involved, like Citibank, Wells Fargo, the New York Fed, all them groups, HSBC, all that stuff is involved in it. And they're fixing to do their own. It's supposedly just simulated data, the way they're going to run the system and see how it does. But I think what they're really doing is making sure all their stuff works before they start it. And they're going to roll that out. And they're, as I was saying in my video, they're going to roll it out voluntarily, and they're going to tell you all the benefits, like they always do, like with debit cards, all the benefits of how it can help you to have this and not cash. If something happens and you lose it, you can call the bank up and tell them to cancel it out. Well, if you lose $100, whoever finds that $100 gets it. So they're going to give you all the benefits of how it would be in your best interest to have this digital dollar and to turn your cash into that. And then it's not going to be a good thing, and sooner or later it's going to be a mandatory thing.
Well, do you think that's going to have a whole lot to do with like a social credit score too? Like, if somebody's naughty, they don't say what they want to say, they can go ahead and knock their digits off too?
Well, I think that's going to be your first step of... They created debit cards as the first step. Debit cards to replace cash. Get you used to using debit cards, and you think, well, it's no big deal, it's still my cash, because I have to put this money in the bank to get it, but it's not, because they can track everything you're doing with your debit cards too. But it's going to be set up the digital dollar, get that going, and then all this social credit stuff and all that is eventually, I think, going to follow in with that. If they don't like what you're purchasing with your digital dollar, you might get a strike on your social credit.
Basically, if you ain't goody doing everything they want you to say, they're probably going to go ahead and nail your account and everything and take your digits right off.
Yep.
Probably go ahead. And yes, I've read up on a lot about this and everything. I'm pretty updated on this. And that's their goal to do later on, to do that. And they're going to more or less penalize you and they're going to use people to tell on you and stuff like that. You know, that's a lot familiar right there. A lot of stuff.
As I said, it's a lot of biblical stuff that's kind of unfolding on, the things that they're trying to get you to do and to set up,
It's going to actually later on, when it really kicks in like that, it's going to turn a lot of family members and friends against each other, because we already know what we've already seen go down, how divided everybody is on a lot of their beliefs right now. Can you only imagine when that gets kicked in? A lot of people is going to go along with that system and stuff, and they're going to say, well, this person over here is my buddy. Let me tell you what they're doing. And they're going to get them in trouble and tell everything, and then people's going to be right there listening to everything they say. Plus, the technology out there, we're being filmed everywhere we go, too, on top of that. So it's so advanced with that artificial intelligence, and they're getting that ready to go ahead and, like anything out there, go ahead and track by that right there. More or less artificial intelligence, y'all. If you've ever posted one single time, they claim it's so advanced they can figure out by how you're posted, if you don't tell who you are, who you really are. Basically, like your DNA of the internet is what it is.
Well, we all know, like, we got ISPs, and you got your cell phone number that goes through the cell phone companies. It's registered to your names and your SIM cards, and, then every account you ever sign up online, you have to put something in. But you could put, John Doe on it, and your ISP still shows that you logged in under that. So no matter what name you put on an account, there's a way to track you down on it.
They've got some major plans ahead, and they're pushing ahead on this agenda, y'all. I know most of y'all watching videos everywhere else. Y'all know a lot of y'all is in the know. Y'all know what's going on. But it's getting really more advanced and more serious right now as we speak, because it's not taught no more. They're pushing through with this stuff. Mm-hmm. So there's no such thing as conspiracy no more. They're out in the total open now.
A little bit at a time, it's unfolding.
Well, if they threw it all on once on everybody right now, it would cause more of a panic. But if they just do just a little bit at a time, just get everybody just to accept that, just a little bit of time, then more and more and more. That's what they're doing right there.
Yep. Voluntary. Everything they want you to do to start with is voluntary.
Something else. I'm going to flip over something else, totally different subject. This diesel fuel shortages, I think that's real. You think is a hoax?
As far as diesel fuel shortages, I'm not going to say it's a hoax, but I'm not going to say that it ain't real, and I'm going to say it this way. Do I think we actually have a shortage? No. Do I think we might have a shortage? Yes.
Yeah. My opinion on that. We all know this ground right here is still full of oil. The real fix can be fixed on a dime on that. They could fix that problem on that. I was going to see what your opinion was on that.
So, I'm not going to say no, there's not a shortage, but I'm not going to say there is a shortage, because I'm just going to kind of put it where I don't think we're lacking diesel fuel. I don't think we're lacking anything like that. I think it's all a matter of how much gets released to the public.
I want to go ahead and talk a little bit more on this digital currency. This is what I think. I don't think a lot of people is going to be accepting that whatsoever, including myself on that. But they'll have to go ahead. This is my opinion now. I think they're going to have to crash the dollar all the way, then go ahead and implement it like that right there, where more or less you've got no other choice or nothing like that right there. That's how they're going to, I think, push the agenda all the way. Because so many people right now does not want that in effect whatsoever, including our family.
Well, just like I was talking on my video and stuff like that, they're saying they've already come up with some of the benefits of it, that it would be good for the financial operations and stuff like that of businesses going forward. But just like Walmart, you go to Walmart, they'll have 1 or 2 cashiers working that takes cash. They'll have like 12 self-checkouts that takes card only. And if you want to use cash, you got to stand in line for like an extra 30 minutes to an hour to get through these 1 or 2 people that takes cash. But if you give in and you want to just use that card, then you can just get on through the line quick, because there's a lot of machines taking cards, but very few people taking cash. So that's another, a brainwashing in there of saying, well, I'll just keep money on my debit card because I can get out of Walmart quicker with it like that.
Everybody's in a hurry anyway, so being handy, go ahead and swipe the card. Well, they ain't no such thing as swiping the card no more. That was a lot quicker if y'all remember swiping that card. But now we got to put that chip in there, let it load up, then go ahead and put the 4-digit. That's how we had to do ours. Ours, none of us is not swappable no more, is it? In our
Very
areas.
few. It's mainly only if the chip reader's messed up and you have to swap it,
Yeah.
or if you got the little
Yeah.
Verifone, you can do it a little quicker.
And it used to be so quick and handy to go ahead and swap it like that, but now you just got to do that whole process now. Push it in there and let it hold it, do all that. We all know that. So, but all the plans they've been talking about, they're telling a little bit of time what they're doing. It's on and on what they're doing, just like right now about religion. What are they talking about later on? What they're going to push through.
Yeah, they want to set up their own system on that.
Yeah. That's another subject for another day. That's probably coming up in a future video. So, thanks for watching, y'all. Just like I said, y'all check out my wife's channel, Prepping the Truth. And if anybody's brand new to this channel, y'all be sure and smash that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up and share this video. Because, y'all, it's getting deep. We're going through it together. Thank y'all so much for watching. Y'all have a great night.